A Reddit user once took a solo walk on the beach during a full moon night a few years ago. At the time, everything felt peaceful and nothing seemed unusual, but only recently did they notice something strange in a photo from that night. In the bottom right corner of the image, a dark humanoid figure appeared. The user was certain no one had been that close to them. But of course, there's always the possibility that it was just another person. On a Romanian beach, a group of fishers spotted a skeletal figure emerging from the waves. Curious, they moved in for a closer look, but they were terrified by what they saw. The skull had human-like features. Its upper body resembled a person, but the lower half was unmistakably fish-like. It looked eerily like a mermaid's remains. Was it just a prop or something far more mysterious? A group of fishermen found a man stranded in the middle of the ocean off the coast of Belize, sitting calmly in a tiny floating spot, as if he had all the time in the world. Despite being in a life or death situation, he showed no signs of panic, an unusual sight for someone lost at sea. The circumstances of how he ended up there remain unclear, but what stood out was his almost surreal composure. Fortunately, help arrived in time, pulling him from isolation back to safety. Who was this man? On February 2nd, 2023, in Australia, a family was enjoying a peaceful day on the water. As a young boy swam near the boat, holding a fish to give to his dad, something terrifying happened.
Good day. In the water. Manny, show me what you got.
The shark's off the shallow.
His dad grabbed him instantly, pulling him back as the shark vanished just as quickly as it had appeared. The boy was lucky, left with only a small bite mark on his chest, but it could have been so much worse. It was an overcast day, not too bright, and a family was just relaxing by the shore. While taking a photo of their daughter, something unsettling appeared in the frame. A strange, pitch-black shadow right behind her. There was no clear source for it, and nothing around that could cast such a distinct, dark shape. It stood out unnaturally against the surroundings. Was it just a glitch, or something else? A man was out fishing when suddenly a massive dark tornado formed, getting eerily close.
There is a tornado, right near me. Do you see this? We're still catching fish.
Despite its terrifying presence, he remained astonishingly calm, holding the camera steady while continuing to fish. Fortunately, the tornado stayed far from residential areas, causing no damage. But imagine the disaster if it had suddenly changed course. A Moroccan YouTuber ventured into one of Africa's most notorious black magic sites for a magnet fishing trip. As he explored, he was being watched, and eyes were fixed on his every move, but he ignored it and pressed on. On his first attempt, he pulled up something disturbing. A frog bound with a knife, an ominous sign of dark rituals. But the real horror came next. A goat skull wrapped in iron chains, riddled with nails, and secured with a heavy lock. Strange symbols were engraved across it. Feeling uneasy, but satisfied with his discoveries, he left, sensing he wasn't exactly welcome there. Two young girls stand in the ocean under a dark night sky. They seem carefree, unaware of anything unusual, but the camera captures something they couldn't see. Behind them, barely noticeable at first, a figure stands half submerged, its glowing eyes piercing through the darkness. Some might dismiss it as a reflection or distant lights, but if that's the case, what about the figure's body? Could it just be an animal, or did they capture something more mysterious? While out on a boat, a man had a terrifying near-death experience.
Whoa!
As he navigated through the water, disaster nearly struck. A rope attached to the vessel suddenly snapped back with incredible force. It whipped past him, missing his head by mere inches. Had it hit, the impact could have been fatal, possibly even decapitating him on the spot. This couple was enjoying a day in Fern Canyon, deep within the California redwoods. They took multiple pictures of the breathtaking scenery, but in one of them, they accidentally captured something strange. A glowing figure stood in the distance, yet they were completely alone. The eerie stillness of the canyon made the discovery even more unsettling. Who or what did they photograph? A group of fishermen was out on their boat, enjoying a routine day on the water when an unexpected visitor appeared. A crocodile attempting to snatch their bait, but then, suddenly, this happened.
Oh shit. Oh shit, man. This is so close, man. Come on, look. Watch out. What the fuck with this bunch? Man, what the fuck, man?
Luckily, both the fisherman and the crocodile made it out safely. A group of fishers ventured into the water, attempting to catch a fish.
Fish? He's home.
Oh!
Yeah, right there would probably be good, man.
Oh, I got a mouth right. Oh, so that's you.
That's me. All right.
Why
Well, then I'll try that.
All right. I'm gonna try to scare him around him so it runs out here if I can.
All right, he's underneath me. Grab his mouth. It's under my left armpit.
Left?
Yep. You're almost killed.
I feel it. Got it.
All right.
Teamwork.
All right, I'm gonna go check for another one.
All right.
Easy.
At first glance, it looks downright terrifying. But this is noodling, a traditional fishing method where catfish are caught using only bare hands or feet. The technique involves reaching into underwater holes where catfish hide, hoping the fish will catch onto an arm or leg. As thrilling as it is, noodling comes with serious risks, bites, getting stuck, or even drowning. Because of these dangers and concerns over fish populations, some states have banned the practice. All that risk for a fish. A fisherman was at the beach when he noticed strange lights across the water. At first, it seemed like just a beam, but when he zoomed in, the shape looked eerily human. He realized these were humanoid figures, glowing faintly, appearing to stand on the water's surface. As he focused on one, another suddenly materialized beside it. This area was already rumored to be near an alien base, and with the sighting caught on camera, many believe these glowing entities could be real extraterrestrial beings. While fishing along the California coastline, a beachgoer spotted an old jar buried in the sand. Curious, they pulled it out, only for a tightly wrapped object to slip from inside. After sharing their discovery online, the reaction was anything but lighthearted. Many believed it resembled a cursed object, often linked to black magic rituals meant to trap negative energy or bind spirits. According to superstition, disturbing such items could invite misfortune or even supernatural disturbances. Viewers urged them to rebury it or perform a cleansing ritual. Let's hope they did, just in case. In Africa, a fisherman had a terrifying encounter while casting his line into the water. Expecting to reel in a fish, he was shocked to see this.
Biting the line, it's biting the line.
A young Nile crocodile. Instead of stepping back, he reached for the reptile. Suddenly, this happened.
Snap my line.
Help me, jump out! Jump out! Someone has a hook on it. Hey! Ow, I got bit.
It lunged with lightning speed, sinking its teeth into his leg. Despite the searing pain and repeated bites, the fisherman refused to let go. With sheer determination, he wrestled the crocodile, dragging it from the water. In 2022, a Reddit user named Professional Hawk 875 shared a peculiar photo taken at a Cape Cod beach. The image showed a figure emerging from the foggy waters, rising into the sky, an eerie, almost supernatural presence. How could this be just a trick of the light or pareidolia? It's so clearly a human shape. It has to be something. But what? By morning, 3 fishermen noticed something unusual on a small island, miles from where they had started. As they got closer, 2 figures slowly stood up and waved. Stranded on the sharp, oyster-covered land, 2 teenage girls were freezing and barely able to move. It turned out they had gone missing while paddleboarding near Tampa, and search efforts had been underway to find them. Rescuers wrapped them in towels and carried them to safety.
The teenagers said they had seen a helicopter fly over them 3 times during the night, but they couldn't get under the spotlight because the island they were stranded on was encrusted with knife-sharp oyster shells, and they were barefoot.
Luckily, the fishermen spotted them just in time. A group was out at sea when they came across something that looked like a bizarre orange sponge.
Jadi model itu kayak nanas guys, kami lihat. Lucu tuh model, nah DP bawa kami lihat bagian guys ya. Tuh. Kayak karpet. Ada karama juga guys ya. Karama lucu kan? Mantap guys. Taripang nanas. Taripang nanas, mantap.
Its exact identity remains unknown, but it showed no signs of danger. A woman touched it all over without any reaction or effect. If you recognize this unusual object, please share. A group was fishing in the Florida Everglades when one of them stood by the boat, tossing fish into the water. Suddenly, the water shifted and a dark shape appeared beneath the surface.
2 seconds won't do anything.
Get him!
Before he could react, a giant shark shot out of the water and grabbed his arm. Fortunately, the shark let go shortly after. His friends quickly pulled him back onto the boat, and that was enough for all of them. They were done with the water for the day. In Western Australia, 11 Indonesian fishermen had bad luck when an unexpected cyclone wrecked their boat and they ended up stranded on a remote island with no food or water. For 6 days, they were completely alone, with no way to call for help. Fortunately, a helicopter crew spotted them and rushed to their rescue. They were lifted to safety, but sadly, 9 of their crew members are still missing. This photo, taken in June 2021 by a fisherman, features an octopus with far more legs than the usual 8. Dubbed the mutant octopus online, the image quickly sparked speculation. Some blamed pollution, believing human waste in the ocean caused the mutation. Others saw it as a rare genetic anomaly. But without scientific confirmation, no one really knows for sure. And if such an unusual creature exists, could even larger, stranger beings be lurking in the depths, waiting to be discovered? In Ukraine, a fisherman saw a boy stuck on a block of ice in the middle of a freezing river, With no way to get to him, he had to think fast. Using his fishing rod, he aimed the line at the boy, who grabbed it. The fisherman slowly reeled him in, carefully pulling him toward the bank.
Не бойся. Не поворачивайся. Смотри на меня. На меня смотри, на меня. Так, ты смотри на меня. Чтобы руку ему подать, чтобы не упал. Ну вот и все. А вот сейчас ремня тебе дать бы.
The cold water was dangerous, and if the boy drifted farther, it could have been bad. But luckily, the boy made it safely to shore without even getting wet. This fisherman couldn't believe his eyes as he reeled in a creature unlike anything he had seen before.
Yeah. Dude, holy fuck. He is pitch black, dude. That's the craziest look. I've never seen one that dark.
Dude, I have to get a hold of him.
Do you want to net him?
It looked like a mix of an alligator, an eel, and a fish. Intrigued by his unusual catch, he did some research and discovered it was a black alligator gar. Most people will never see one in their lifetime, let alone catch one on camera. These men were out on the ocean filming a paddleboarder when something unexpected happened. Multiple orcas began to circle around him. Many users feared that the paddleboarder's slapping paddle could resemble an injured sea lion, something that might attract the orca's attention. Orcas are known to be one of the few animals that kill for sport, adding to the tension of the situation. Fortunately, everyone made it out unharmed, but it was a close call. While on a fishing trip, this man captured something strange on his trail camera. For 3 nights in a row, a tall, thin, white shape appeared in the footage. The weirdest part? The dogs didn't react at all. If it were a person or an animal, wouldn't they bark? There was no clear explanation, no pole, no object that could cast such a shape. Paranormal activity or just a bizarre trick of the light? What do you think? In a quiet South African town, a strange sighting had locals buzzing with excitement. A mysterious creature, resembling a mermaid, was seen emerging from the water. Some were convinced it was real, while others speculated it could be a siren, one of the mythical beings said to lure sailors with their enchanting presence. But while believers saw proof, skeptics pointed to its unnatural movement, suspecting a costume or clever editing. Are you a believer or a skeptic? A group of fishermen were startled when one of them noticed movement in the river. Upon closer inspection, they realized it was a lobster, an enormous one. Its sheer size was shocking enough, but what truly set it apart were its blood-red eyes. A sight like this is rare, and they almost couldn't believe what they were seeing. Luckily, they caught it all on camera. While fishing near a dam, a guy noticed something strange. Three massive fins slicing through the water. At first, he thought they were just big fish, but their size and position made him question that. How could fish that big end up in a dam like this. Some people think it's just a group of unusually large fish that found their way there, but others believe something more mysterious, maybe even dangerous, is lurking below. What do you think? A group of fishermen in Mexico recently caught a bizarre-looking fish and shared it online. At first glance, it resembled a flattened frog, but it turned out to be a batfish, a unique deep-sea dweller. Unlike most fish that swim, the batfish uses its fins to walk along the ocean floor, searching for prey in the dark depths. Definitely not something you see every day. A Reddit user's brother's partner captured something strange while photographing the Thames. Taken around 7:21 AM, the image revealed a faint human-like figure in the water. The photographer, an experienced one, was certain no one was there at the time. If there had been, she wouldn't have taken the shot. At first, he assumed it was a duck or a swan, but his brother and his partner insisted there were no birds in the area. Yet, the mysterious shape remained. While fishing in the Florida Keys, a man captured something unusual on camera. As he cast his line, he noticed a pale bluish figure gliding beneath the surface. Unable to identify it, he quickly started filming. The creature moved gracefully through the water, passing right by his boat. He managed to record a few seconds of footage before it disappeared. Though the video is unclear, the figure's shape is still distinguishable, leading some to believe it could be a mermaid. Or is it a hoax? While exploring a beach in Kauai, a Reddit user found something unexpected.
We are not sure what we found. I mean, Amber found it, but I've been helping digging because this is pretty cool. So at the edge where Amber's feet are, though, kind of it goes into a
Corner.
a what, Amber?
Corner.
Like a corner. So we don't know if it's like a door or what, but we haven't found the end of it. And all we have is that shovel.
And it's deep.
We have is that shovel in our hands, and it's taking a while. We're trying to see if we see any writing on it or something.
Nothing here.
We need a big ass shovel. But this is pretty cool though. I mean,
Yeah.
thought it was an anchor at first, but since it's a
It's got a line going. This is
square, we're not for sure. It could be a box or a shipping container.
A massive concrete structure buried deep beneath the sand. Even after hours of digging, its bottom remained out of reach. As daylight faded, they had no choice but to abandon the attempt, leaving only a portion exposed. No markings, no inscriptions, nothing to hint as its origin or purpose. The sheer size and mystery of the structure left everyone wondering, what could be hidden beneath the sand? If you have any theories, share them in the comments. A group of fishermen was out on a frozen lake when disaster struck. The ice cracked and some of them plunged into the freezing water. Desperately, they clung to the edges, trying to pull themselves out before hypothermia could set in. The situation quickly spiraled into chaos as more people fell through. Realizing the danger was real, some decided to abandon the ice and flee to safety. Mitch Rosso was fishing at a Minnesota lake when he noticed an odd figure moving through the water. Quickly, he grabbed his camera to record. The footage was grainy, making it hard to tell exactly what was captured. Could it have been a large fish, a submerged log, or something akin to the Loch Ness Monster? Minnesota is home to thousands of lakes, many still unexplored. Who knows what might be lurking in those waters, hidden from view? An Australian couple had been living at sea for 4 months, sharing their adventures on their YouTube channel. They usually posted videos of exploring tropical islands and life aboard their boat. In December 2023, while sailing off the remote coast of Australia, they decided to dock on an island for the night. The next morning, while exploring, Fran stumbled upon something eerie.
Oh man, nothing can really prepare you for that. We were not expecting to find anything like this. This is crazy. This is more bones here. This is a pile of bones. I was checking out that wasp's nest, and below it is a whole stack of human bones. We might have stumbled across
a burial site.
Yeah, something quite sacred here, like a sacred burial site. We were hoping at best to find like some Aboriginal cave paintings that we could show our respect to, but we bloody never expected to see this.
She found a human skull lying inside a cave, with bones arranged neatly beside it. Shocked, they later realized they had likely come across an Aboriginal burial site. These traditional burials involved preserving skeletal remains after the flesh was removed, as tribes believed the spirit of the deceased still lingered. They decided to find another island to stay the night. A group of fishermen found themselves fighting for survival when their boat capsized in the middle of the ocean.
Hey, I need a flare, man. I know, dude. It's fine. Need that. That's all that's up there, man. What's done, dude? No, don't waste it. Oh, that would not work. Oh, hold it. I'm holding you. Yes. He's coming. Hey, where the hell's the striker at? There he is, right there. Do it again. Where's the striker at? Here he comes. Dude, I'll go last. Man, y'all get out of here. That boat's coming to get us. That don't matter. The helicopter's We're not leaving. Nobody's leaving until with all the stuff. Mayday, mayday. We see helicopter. We see helicopter. Shit, boat. What is the... Look what it did. Yeah. All of a sudden, bro, that quick. Hey, shit started taking on water that fast, man. Yeah, we got the E-perp. 2 or 1? I'm not sure. Because I had one of my fucking hands on. I bailed out the boat when I was going on. Give me a minute, guys, all right? Yeah, man, you're good. We're good. You're here. Yeah, no injuries or anything? No, we're good. I just kept going underneath. Hey. All right, is anybody here a bad swimmer? Can we go ahead and swim to this motherfucker? I want to be off this shit. What's that? Can we go ahead and swim to this motherfucker? I want to be off of this shit. Yeah, give us a second. Does everybody have... Hey, hold on, man. Put that in your pocket. I'm at least keep the rod. I got him. I got you. Put it down in a second.
Fortunately, a rescue team arrived in time, saving the men, who were left relieved yet shaken by the harrowing experience. Captain Bob Hartzell, a YouTuber, was exploring the sea caves of Devil's Island, Wisconsin, during his fishing trip when an eerie feeling crept over him. He started recording, and that's when he saw this. In the distance, a faint human-like figure stood directly ahead. It could have been just a small cave opening, but with the island's dark reputation for wandering spirits and cave monsters, the sight sent a shiver down his spine. Though Bob wasn't certain what he had seen, he couldn't shake the feeling that something, or someone, was undeniably there. A group of fishermen set out in the Florida Keys expecting a routine catch, but what they hooked left them stunned.
Hopefully I got it. Here we go.
The struggle was intense as the shark thrashed violently, eventually breaking free and vanishing into the depths. On a hot summer day, a group of friends jumped into the river to cool off. Their fun, however, came to an abrupt halt when they noticed something unusual in the water. It wasn't an ordinary fish. Its tail was unlike anything they had ever seen. One of them grabbed a stick and gently prodded the creature, but strangely it didn't react at all. They shared the video online without any explanation, leaving viewers just as intrigued as they were. After a day of fishing, a man returned to his car when something strange in the ocean caught his eye. Grabbing his camera, he filmed a glowing yellow figure facing the shore. It didn't look like a fish, but rather a creature with both human-like and fish-like features. Some speculated it could be a mermaid, but since it never moved and the footage was too unclear, its true identity remains a mystery. The fisherman didn't investigate further, leaving only blurry footage and endless questions. During a paranormal investigation at a notoriously haunted location, something eerie unfolded. A metal rod suddenly lifted on its own, then dropped to the ground. It happened right behind the medium, startling everyone. Without hesitation, they rushed upstairs to review the footage, desperate for answers. Could this have been a spirit making its presence known? And now, let's watch some more fishing encounters.